Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for the OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving into level 65 against Maha over here in Pirate King Adventures, and showcasing basically what I'll be doing in the very early stages with a no new batch situation to get as many turtles as possible. So, for myself, I am going to be prioritizing Zoro, mainly because I want to get my final level up as quickly as possible, but I do know that a lot of people are keeping their levels a lot lower, so that way you can sort of use auto farming strats and stuff like that. However, for myself, I am going to be getting the final boss up, basically. I'm going to be prioritizing getting up the final boss, but keeping my Rayleigh and my Roger nice and low. Keeping them at level 59 means that I can use wave clearing strats with Super Tandem Whitebeard. So, we're going to take on Rayleigh first, and then I'll cut to a clip with Roger as well, because I didn't get them on the same map. You can get them on the same map, though, which is going to inherently increase your turtle gains, but don't stress if you don't. Now, the idea of this particular team is we are going to be running 2 Pironas. Because we are using wave clearing strats of Whitebeard, we can get 2 guaranteed extra drops with 2 Pironas. That's the team, those are the supports. Let's dive in. Now, unfortunately, the boosted list for this particular PKA is actually terrible. Like, there's only one character that gives you a guaranteed drop, just like Luffy and Ace was for the last PKA, but it's a 5+ unit. It's not a 6+ legend with a level limit break and all this crazy shenaniganry. So, unfortunately, if you are bringing them as a friend captain, you are going to get way less drops. You can bring a friend captain Ezo, though. If you have an abundance of Ezos on your friends list for whatever reason, you can definitely bring Ezo, and that's going to give you a guaranteed 3 drops. But for us, we're just going to pick up Pirona from here. So on stage 3 against Rayleigh, you come up against Mont Black. He's going to be a quick unit, so he just melts with the thanks to the supports of Barto to get around, Ezo Kiku to get around the paralysis. And then on stage 4, we're going to come up against, what's his name? Is it Shuten Maru? Against Shuten Maru, I'm actually going to use one of the specials of Pirona here. That's just going to give us, like, a bunch of damage. We have to tap anyway because there is a perfect barrier. And then the end of turn damage of Whitebeard can actually get it done nice and quick. Now, remember, there is a bunch of auto teams out there. I'm going to link Pappy's channel in the description. He's the king of the auto strats. Make sure to go check him out if you guys want to just do an auto team. But for myself, I do want to try and get through these runs as quickly as possible. So for myself, I am going to be actually doing a little bit of tapping. You don't have to do a lot of tapping. You just have to do a little bit of tapping. As you can see there, you can easily use Whitebeard and you can easily get it done. Whitebeard is not boosted like he was in the first 2 PKAs, but like his wave clearing shenanigans are just so valuable. And the 75% chance, it can fail you sometimes anyway. But if you did want more drops, you could easily just bring another character. It gives you 75% chance, and then you can just run an auto strat. But look, I'm going to run it this way for now. It's nice and fast. It gives you a lot of turtles. And that way you can build up your mini-boss fights nice and quickly. We're going to cut to a Roger fight now. Alright, so we're up against Roger now. And like I said, hit level 59. So that way you can actually just stay on level 59. Utilizing Whitebeard with a friend captain Pirona means that we're going to get the double drops, as I keep talking about. And we can just use the wave clearing shenanigans of Whitebeard. So again, that's the team, those are the supports. Let's dive in. Now, unfortunately against Roger, it's not as easy to use Whitebeard and his wave clearing shenanigans, because Roger is actually a strength unit on the final stage rather than a quick unit. So you don't have the type advantage of the wave clearing. However, you do have some type advantage moving up to that particular point. Namely on stage 4 against Rayleigh and Gaban. You can easily just tap your way through the first 2 stages. Honestly, the first 3 stages, because Shanks and Buggy don't have that much HP, so you can easily tap here as well. But once you hit stage 4, actually against stage 4, you probably don't need to either. Yeah, I don't think you do. You don't need to. Stage 4 is a quick Rayleigh and Gaban, so you can easily just tap again. It's just the final stage that you might need to do a little bit more for, because Roger is, like I said, he's a dex unit, so he doesn't have the type disadvantage against your end of turn damage there. But the upside to us just single tapping our way through means that we can actually just use some specials here. So that's always a lot of fun. We can definitely use the special of what's her name? Pirona here to give us color affinity on Nami. And if you want to, you can just use the Nami special as well to give herself a Wano Orb. And then you can even use like Kid Law to give yourself some tap tining shenanigans. And as you guys will see here, like you can easily just bink it with Nami, like easy peasy. So that was the Roger fight. We're going to cut back to the actual run now. And we're going to finish it off with level 60 to 80 of PK. with the mini boss fights, you can get a lot of cola and you can get a lot of green tickets. For myself, I'm going to be prioritizing green tickets. If you are a newer player, I probably would too, because that way you can actually pick up a lot of very good event characters from the shop. But if you are an endgame player or a mid-game player that needs cola, picking up cola from that particular fight could definitely help you guys out. Now, they are revamping that, and they are giving a lot more rewards. I have definitely noticed the amount of cola that has been increased just from the reward pile being like 30 in level 60. So it's interesting to see that they are increasing this. But like I said, most of the time I would prioritize green tickets. But if you are sort of that mid-game player that needs cola for the ship upgrades and stuff like that, cola is a really, really good option as well. Remember, PK is sort of built up around your cola gains, being like super cola base and regular cola base. So if you are going to pick up anything that's not green tickets, the cola is definitely the way to go. You can also get stuff like rainbow gems in the rainbow chest. You can even get stuff like super cola in that rainbow chest too, so just be mindful of that when you guys are moving around the map. I actually picked up a rainbow gem in one of my runs, which was actually wild. Unfortunately, I did stuff the run up, and you guys won't be seeing that recording, but look, we're here. Another thing you guys want to do on the map is make sure you do your PvP runs. Doing your PvP runs is absolutely crucial, because you do want to make sure that you build up that Chopper Man mission, or is it a it's pretty sure it's a Chopper mission, or it's just a mission to do a certain amount of PvP fights, so that way you can get more green tickets that way as well. On top of that, every time you do a PvP fight, you actually get access to another reward screen, and the map itself seems to be way more valuable than what the final boss actually is, because you just get a lot more. So there you guys can see that you get a Chopper Man mission to get green tickets for doing PvP, and then once you beat a PvP fight, you actually get more drops here. Now for me, I'm going to prioritize the cola here. Rumble scrolls are nice. You can also pick rumble scrolls, but look, for me, I'm gonna pick up the cola there. Getting a Luffy statue is actually awesome there, because he buffs strength units, and for my final boss fight, we definitely want Nami to be hitting as hard as possible. So moving on to the final fight against Maha, we did pick up Zoro along the way, so we are going to hit level 70, which is really, really nice. And the team we're going to use looks a little bit like this. Now, once again, we're going to be using a double Perona team, so that way we can guarantee ourselves 2 extra drops. This particular team should work up to level 80. After level 80, we are going to have to tweak it. If you are staying at like level 40 to 60, you can definitely use this team as well. If you're using level 40 to 60, you could even use like an Ezo as a friend captain if you can find it. But when you make your way up, if you do want more gains, this is going to be a really, really good way to do that. So on the first 2 stages, we are basically just going to tap through the lackeys. Ideally, you want to try and farm out an orb on Nami. Getting a strength orb on Nami is going to help out with stage 3. It's not essential, but it's definitely going to help you out. So if you guys do get an orb on Nami, I would just tap with your other 5 units, so that way you can actually keep it for stage 3. Now on stage 3, we are going to come up against Pooh, who gives us burn and attack down. And this is where we're going to use one of our Perono specials. Perono can actually remove both of them. Our team is very cerebral based, and then Luffy Yamato literally just boost everyone. Then we're going to use our Sanji special. Sanji gives us the clock buff, so that way he gets an attack and an orb buff on the next turn. Very important that we get that, so that way we can easily kill both King and Queen on the next stage. Talking about King and Queen, they are the stage 4 bosses. They have a barrier and they give us bind. They also make recovery orbs do damage rather than healing, plus give us a full board of recovery orbs and 3 turns of paralysis, which is very annoying, but Bardo can take care of that. Because they only make recovery orbs do damage, we can actually use the Sanji special here. Sanji's going to heal us back upwards of up to 51%. So we do get a lot of healing there, which is really, really nice. And then we can use the other Perona special. The other Perona special is going to give us color affinity for cerebral characters, which means that Nami is going to hit incredibly hard here. You'll love to see that. Ideally, what I would do is I would switch into Yamato, so that way your recovery orbs don't heal you through perfects, because Luffy has that ability to do that. On the final stage against Maha, you are going to take about 18,000 damage. He's immune to everything except for increased damage, and gives you Despair as well as Special Bind. This is where Nami's so good, because she can actually just get around the Special Bind, and with the Kuma support on Perona, we can get around the Despair. Finally, we have an orb boost with Luffy Yamato. Luffy Yamato are also going to give us additional damage taken, as well as an attack boost thanks to Robin. And with that, it's all pretty hunky-dory from here. We can easily just kill Maha with a double tap of Nami. Love to see it. So there you guys go. That was PK level 60 plus. Like I said, this will only work from level 60 to level 80. I will do a revised team for you guys after level 80. So make sure to hit the bell notification so you guys don't miss out on that. While you're down there, bell the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff for me. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's